Okay. So, however you guys want to start, you can start. We're going to do some moon and sun salutations today because we have a full moon tomorrow. And it also works nicely with kind of the theme for this week, the email about balance. And we'll go into that a little more next week as we continue to explore the elements. But yeah, so we'll kind of balance our energy with moon and sun salutations. So the moon salutations are kind of some hip openers. There's some triangle and side lunge and goddess. And then the salutations, as you know, there's the back bend with Cobra, and we have our downward facing dog. So maybe if you want to get into those hips to start as we connect with our breath, come onto the back and put your feet together if you want. You can also come into your child's pose, or maybe you want to come in and start in puppy pose too. That's another option. Just kind of tune into where your energy is directing you this morning. And we'll drop into the breath. Not sure what time you all woke up today. We're all in different time zones. And perhaps begin to notice that rise and fall of the breath. Or the chest through the breath. And I'm going to read to you something that comes from the Power Path in San Fe, New Mexico. And it's speaking about the full moon's energy tomorrow on February 16th. The full moon is at 9:56 Mountain Time. So 10:56 Nebraska, part of Nebraska time. And 11:56 New York. And Lena gives us these beautiful words about the full moon. It's known as a snow moon. And this full moon is much about balance between being and doing. So when I read that after sending the email, I just thought, wow, this is perfect. These energies are supporting our collective consciousness and collective intention for the week. It's a balance between the masculine and the feminine, between being serious and disciplined and light and joyful. It is a good time to soften your focus and to allow more gifts to come into your field, and to align yourself with your purpose and value in life. It is a creative and intuitive time where your prayers should be about what you wish to magnetize into your life. Optimism, gratitude, community, and support are all themes around this moon. Give yourself some time to do some self-care and to keep opening your heart to the love and support that is already there for you. I think if there's anything that we've come to know and to believe and feel the past few years together, it is that love and support, this community that we have, especially now, all of you guys' love for me with the situation. So if there's anything salient from those words that land with your practice today, maybe just call them into your heart space. The balance between seriousness and discipline and lightness and joyfulness. You can soften your focus and allow more gifts to come. Perhaps just being in that energy of allowance. Maybe it's an energy of discipline that you want to harvest and cultivate. Maybe place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart. It looks like we're all on our backs. Feel the rise and fall of the chest and of the stomach underneath those hands. Feel the connection between the breath and the body. And then as you're ready, let's bring the feet to the floor, the knees to the sky. Let's send the left leg long, hug the right knee into the chest. You can roll the ankle around. You can point and flex the foot. Exhaling and inhaling. And then we'll send the right leg long and draw the left knee in. Maybe move that foot around. Point and flex toes. Nice, you guys. And then let's send that left leg long. And then we'll inhale, bring the arms up overhead and just reach overhead. Reaching those fingers past the top of your mat. And maybe press the shoulder blades into the floor as if you were doing like a scapular push-up, pressing the shoulder blades in. The heart might lift a little. And now let's draw both knees into the chest. Hug the knees in with the hands. You can rock side to side. Yeah, good. Now on an exhale, send that left leg long. Let it rest on the floor. And let the right knee come across the body. And you can keep that knee bent, or maybe you straighten that leg. And then we'll drop that right arm to the side like a T, and the left arm out like a T. And we're just going to rest here. And maybe you just breathe in and out. Maybe the breath is shallow at first. The back might be a little tight today. Just breathe in and out. You might feel maybe the vertebrae kind of pop or move. Maybe they don't. It's okay. We're just breathing into this little supine twist. And then we'll exhale. Just draw that knee back to the chest. Bring the leg in. The back is on the body. Or the back body is on the floor now. Breathing in and out. And then exhale to swap legs. The right leg is long and left knee is in. And as you're ready, we're going to exhale on an exhale. Any exhale, guys. Let the leg come across the body to the right side of the mat. The left arm out to the side. And then we'll just drift into this twist. Again, that leg can be bent or it can be straight. There's no right or wrong. You can even close the eyes. You know, sometimes if we lead a really focused, disciplined, kind of structured, routine type of day, sometimes it's nice to close the eyes. Sometimes if we feel that our energy is kind of scattered around, it's nice to maybe open the eyes and focus on something, that drishti point. But if we're speaking of balance, maybe the eyes can support us in finding balance today. So if you have kind of a structured day typically, you soften the gaze. If your day is just kind of like a willy-nilly fly by the seat of your pants, and there's nothing wrong with that, maybe bring that gaze into focus. Focus on where the wall meets the ceiling, guys. And now we'll exhale. On any exhale, bring that knee in, the back to the floor. Let's hug the knees into the chest and bring the nose to the knees this time. And maybe we rock side to side. Just a gentle rock. Or maybe you want to go a rigorous rock, either way. Rock side to side. It's okay to lose your balance. Maybe this is that playfulness we bring in. Okay, so let's really be playful. We're just going to rock and roll forward and back, the heels to the ground, and then spine to the ground. You can kind of use some momentum if you want, along the spine. And then eventually come up to your Navasana, your boat pose, where maybe you have your feet in the air and your palms shining towards the legs, and the shoulders back and down, the chest is up, but not puffed up. Or maybe you bend the knees and let the heels come to the floor. Either way is okay. So wherever you're at, let's be here for 5 breaths or so. And really make sure you're breathing. We're not just counting for 5 and holding the breath. We're going to breathe here. And maybe noticing if your body is shaking. That doesn't mean that you suck. It doesn't mean that you have taken too much time off. It just means that's the body and the muscles contracting, right? I see a smile over there. Good. One more breath. And now let's exhale to lower those heels to the ground. And then bring the hands to the knees and just draw the shoulders up over the hips. Maybe stand nice and tall. And I've heard it expressed once, sit with dignity. So we feel like a nice, long, dignified spine. The chest isn't puffed out, but it's just lifted. Breathe in. And now exhale, straighten that left leg. Bring the right foot over the left knee. And then bring the left hand to that right knee. Bring the right arm up towards the sky. And then we'll exhale to twist, opening the chest towards the right. And maybe that right hand just reaches behind you, or maybe it comes to the ground. So either way is fine. I'm going to just turn so you can kind of see maybe a little better. Breathing in and out. Our seated twist now. On an exhale, bring that chest forward, bring that right hand towards the knee, and then uncross that leg. And then let's extend that right leg to the sky, coming into our heron pose. So we're seated down, the left leg is on the floor, and then we're going to lift that right leg. There we go. Now the sun is about right. Lift that right leg towards the sky, flex the foot towards the face. The hands can be on the leg, the hamstring or the calf. This is our heron pose. Breathing in and out and in. And now let go of the hands and then bend that knee and then slide that leg onto the floor. Rest the hands on top of the leg. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, hands at the side, flex the feet. Maybe the heels come off the floor. Dandasana, step pose. Breathing in and out. And maybe you close the eyes. If you feel like you have a pretty set schedule today, if your day is a little more free, maybe focus that gaze past the big toes. Feel the stomach active, the torso active. And now on our last exhale, lower those heels. You can thunder thigh it out, relax the legs. And then we'll exhale to sweep that left foot in, cross it over the right leg if you can, or just keep it on the inside of that leg. Flex the right foot. Hands are on front of that left shin. We'll inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring that right hand towards that left knee, and then we'll exhale to open the chest towards the left side, that left arm coming behind you or to the ground. So here's our seated twist. Flex that right foot, guys, too. Nice, really good. And you don't have to exhale and follow that left hand behind you. You can keep the gaze forward. In fact, there's benefits to both, so don't think that you have to look over that shoulder towards that left hand. Okay, it's just as beneficial for that C7 and that T1 to look forward as it is to look back. This is different treatments and different kind of magic. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, bring that left arm forward. Let's uncross the foot from across the right leg, and then extend the left leg long, flex it towards the face. And here we have our Dandasana on the other side. Hand beneath the hamstring, or maybe on the calf, or maybe no hands. Look, Mom, no hands. You might notice that core is nice and active as you flex the foot. Maybe the gaze is past that left big toe. And maybe you just soften the gaze and you just kind of look wherever. Let's inhale. And then exhale, release the hands. If they were still there, that left leg is shaking, that's okay, it's right. Not right or wrong. Lower it all the way down. And now let's bring the heels, slide the feet to the floor, bring the heels in, bring the hands towards the hips, and we'll exhale up to a reverse table for just a breath or two. Yep, you got it, guys. Keep the hips high, but don't puff the rib cage up. And then we'll exhale to lower the sits bones between the hands, so the legs come long. Flex the feet, sweep the arms up to sky, and then exhale to fold it forward, Paschimottanasana. You can tuck that chin to the chest, flex the feet, hands on the knees or the calves or the feet. Breathe in, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now inhale, sweep the arms up, overhead. Good, guys. Exhale, bring them down beside the hips. Bring the feet to the floor, the knees can come over the ankles. You lift the hips and bring the shoulders maybe over the hands. And bring your hands out as far as you need to. They don't have to be under the shoulders. It can be wider. The fingers can be pointed out. They don't have to be pointed towards the feet. Really, that depends on your shoulder mobility and even how your shoulder joint was designed before you were even born. Let's breathe in and out. One more breath in. And now let's exhale to just bring those hips back to the floor. Those legs come nice and straight. Inhale, bring arms up to sky. Flex the feet. Let's come into Dandasana as we draw the hands in front of the heart. Yes, flexing the feet. Let's relax the shoulders and maybe we close our eyes. Inhaling. And exhaling. Those feet are flexed. The heels are off the floor. Nice job, you guys. Then one more exhale. And release the feet. Let's just sweep the hands to the floor, sweep the feet forward towards us, and let's come up to standing. Meeting in your mountain pose, the front of your mat. We wiggle out with the feet. We roll the shoulders up and back. And before we start our Sun Salutation, our Surya and Namaskar, let's just bring the right arm up and just bring it behind us like a swimmer. Bring the left arm up and behind us. And just do a couple movements like that, just kind of encouraging the shoulders to open. And then you can switch directions. You can bring the arms forward. And maybe notice maybe the hips even start to move. And maybe you can exaggerate. You really bring those hips in, okay? So just kind of allowing these joints on these colder mornings that we're having. Just move. And then as you're ready, sweep the arms overhead. And just bring those hands in front of the heart space, maybe the thumb knuckles in front of the heart. And if you want, as you guys all know by now, your mountain pose can be as active or passive as you want. Just a reminder, if you want that active mountain pose, press the triangle part of the feet into the floor, and you can pull those thighs apart by energetically pushing into the outside of the feet, and you feel those outer hips and outer thighs engage. Or you can just relax the feet, stand tall, that dignified spine. Let's breathe in together and out. And then inhale, bring arms up overhead, slight back bend, Navasana. Yeah, and then exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Let's inhale, back to plank pose, press the earth away, feet lift, the heels press back. And we'll exhale to downward facing dog. Let the breath go. Just kind of easing our way into some movements. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring that right foot forward between the hands, or that left knee, top of the left foot to the ground. You can stay lower with the heart and the hands, or if you want, you can bring them up overhead. You can then bring them behind you if you kind of want a little bit more to hip opener. So really, guys, whatever your energy is guiding. Like some days, depending on how I sleep, the variation of my arms is going to change. So don't feel like you have to stick to what's traditional or stick to what you've always done. As you're ready, exhale to fold forward, framing the foot, and then we'll curl the toe under and we'll step it back. I'm going to exhale to downward facing dog. Namaskar. Breathe in and out. Another breath in. Exhale. Breathing in together. And exhale, lower down the knees, the chin and the chest to the floor. For just a breath, our 8-point pose. And then inhale to lift the heart. Dandasana, Cobra pose. Good, you guys. Inhale. And then exhale, twist the toes under, lift the sit bones up and back. Exhale, Krishnasana. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, step the left foot forward. Bring it right into the ground, top of the foot, and then come into your variation of your low lunge. So wherever you want to feel the benefit of the arms in space. If you have them behind you, kind of like mine are right now, that's opening the chest and kind of those pecs and across the front of the shoulders. If you have them up and over, that's more the side body, right? And if you have them down, maybe you drop into the front of that right hip a little more. So wherever you're at, allow yourself to be and allow this shape to bring you balance. Nice, you guys. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale to frame the foot with the hands, curl the toes under, and then step the right foot forward. Here we are, Uttanasana, forward fold. Exhale. Let's give ourselves a few breaths here, maybe to let the forehead be parallel with the knees. You can sway the hips side to side. Okay. Exhale. Now, as you're ready, bend those knees. You can sweep the arms out or just keep them under the heart space as you rise up, finding our mountain pose, but Pranayama one more time, slight back bend. And then exhale, hands in front of the heart. We're gonna do that one more time, but we start with the left side this time. Inhaling, arms come up overhead, Pranayama. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Let it go. Breathe in. Let's exhale back to a downward facing dog. Sits bones to sky, feet maybe ground. We're gonna give ourselves 5 breaths here. Maybe you want to bend those knees towards the earth and reach the chest towards the thigh and straighten those legs. Might feel a little deeper downward facing dog. Maybe you want to bring the feet nice and wide. Breathe in and out. Now we'll inhale to step our left foot forward. The top of the right foot comes to the ground as that knee grounds. And then find your Anjaneyasana. Couple breaths here, you guys. Really nice. And your next breath would be bring the arms up overhead. They're not there already. And then exhale to frame the foot, curl the toes under on that right foot. And then we'll inhale to step the left foot back and then find an exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Another breath in. And then exhale, lower down the knees, the chest and the chin. Ashtanga. Good. Inhale, Bhujangasana, lower those hips. Let's give ourselves a few breaths here in our baby cobra or our full cobra. Honoring that low back, knowing that if it feels too compressed, you bring those hands forward and lower the chest. If you want that deeper back bend, you can bring those hands towards the hips. Let's breathe in. And then exhale, curl the toes under with the sits bones up and down. Bhujangasana. Breathe in and out. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Anjaneyasana. Maybe notice the beating of the heart and the chest. Feeling that connection between the breath and the body again. Inhale. And then exhale, frame the foot, step the left foot forward, Uttanasana. And now this time in our Uttanasana, let's cross the right foot in front of the left. And pause, hanging here. In the right leg, cross over the left leg, Uttanasana. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. On your exhale, uncross that foot, and then cross the left foot in front of the right foot, and exhale. Just feeling the difference in experience when our legs are crossed one over the other. Inhale. Exhale. Now uncross that left foot so the feet are side by side. Offer a slight bend in the knees, sweep the arms up overhead. Slight Pranayama at the top, back bend, and then hands in front of the heart. And here we are, mountain pose once again, Tadasana. Inhale and exhale. Let's scan the body from the feet to the hips, to the shoulders, to the crown of the head. Just noticing maybe the skin, the muscles, the joints in between every point of reference. Inhale. And then on your exhale, try to face the long edge of your mat. And if you need to kind of move your iPad or anything, you can, but hopefully just my verbal directions will be enough. As you ground the feet, find your standing pose facing that long edge. We'll inhale to bring arms up overhead. And then we'll exhale to send that left side out. The hands reach for the right side, side bend. Moving to our Chandra Namaskar. And then exhale over to the side. That left side, right hip out. Yep. Inhale up to the middle. And then we'll exhale to come into our extended mountain pose. Feet are wide, fingertips reach from the short edge to the short edge. Breathe in. Bringing ourselves into balance. The sun and the moon, masculine and feminine, that discipline, and the little looser schedule. Let's breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Then exhale, turn that right foot towards the long edge. Then bend that right knee, finding that Virabhadrasana 2. And you can bend that right knee over the ankle if you want, as low as you want. Keep that knee higher or less bent. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And we'll exhale to straighten that right leg. Bring the right arm in front of that right leg. Left arm to sky. Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale. The gaze can be up towards the top hand or towards the bottom hand and to the floor. It's really up to you. Inhale. And then exhale, bring that left hand towards the right hand. Let's bend that right knee. Pivot the left foot so you're on the ball of the foot. And then find your crescent lunge. You can have the arms up, like we talked about earlier in our lunge, or they can be on the thigh. They can be hovering over the ground. So in the expression of your crescent lunge, let's breathe in and out. In and out. Other breath. Now exhale, frame that foot, and then pivot the feet towards the long edge again. Keep the hands towards that right foot, and then bend that right knee, and then lift the heart of the chest for your Dandasana. Connecting with that intention of balance that we had at the beginning of class together. Now let's exhale to bring those sits bones towards the middle, point the toes towards the corners of the mat, and then exhale to drop down into your goddess squat. Yes, nice, you guys. And then your hands can be in prayer in front of your heart. Make sure your knees aren't caving in. Try to engage those inner thighs so the knees are kind of tracking towards the pinky side of the foot, pinky toe side of the foot. If you want, you can come onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Or you can stay flat on your feet. You can do both. You can do neither one. You can just come into your extended mountain pose. These are all just suggestions, right? Goddess pose. Inhale. And now let's exhale, point the toes towards the long head, and exhale to drop over into side lunge on the left. So now we just reverse everything we just did and we go back around. It's like a cycle. Just like the moon cycle, that's what the moon salutation is. Chandra Namaskar. Inhale. Exhale. On an exhale, bring those hands to the floor, frame that foot, and then pivot on the feet to face the narrow edge on the left side. And then we find ourselves in crescent lunge. It can be low, it can be a high crescent. But just honor your energy. Maybe you even bring that knee to the floor. You've had a busy morning so far, and you kind of need to ground that energy. Maybe you bring that knee down, or maybe you bring hands to the hips. Inhale. Exhale, inviting in, allowing for gifts into our lives. Inhale. Now let's exhale to straighten that leg, and then bring ourselves into our pyramid pose, framing the foot. With that right foot comes down, exhale, inhale. And then bring that left hand on the inside of the foot, bring the right arm up to sky, Trikonasana. Yep. We're kind of doing a different variation of our Chandra Namaskar this morning. Breathe in and out. Now exhale, bring that right hand towards the left. Let's bend that left knee once again. Pivot the right foot towards the long edge and sweep into your Virabhadrasana 2. Maybe look over that front left hand. One more breath. Then exhale, straighten that leg, bring palms overhead. Bring the feet to face the long edge, and then bring the arms out to the side and keep the Tadasana. We notice the rate of your heart beating in your chest. On an exhale, let's step our feet together, bring palms up overhead. Yeah, really nice. Exhale, draw those hands in the heart space. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right, left hip goes out. Really good, you guys. Exhale over to the other side, to the left. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, draw the hands in front of the heart. Step those feet wide. Bring those arms long. Utthita Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And exhale, pivot that right foot towards the short edge. Drop into that Virabhadrasana 2. Maybe glance over that front right hand or the back. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's exhale to straighten that right leg. Bring the hand in front of that right leg for Trikonasana. Left arm can be to the sky. Maybe you want to bring that left arm to the low back, opening up the chest a little more. Or maybe you want it to sky. Now exhale, close that left hand towards the right. Bend that right knee slightly. So with that left foot, come into your pyramid pose. Surrendering over this right leg. And then ankle that left foot, whatever shape, wherever space it needs to be, so those hips feel okay as you fold over a straight right leg, as straight as you want. Inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in. Let's exhale to bend that right knee, keep it onto the ball of that left foot, and then we find ourselves in our crescent lunge again. Allow these asana, allow these shapes to be messengers for you. Like, what does this have to tell you? What does your body and this arrangement have to say to you? What does your soul have to say? What is your heartbeat telling you right now? Inhale. Now let's exhale. We can bring those hands together, the elbows together, and then we'll just kind of challenge ourselves by pivoting on towards the long edge with that right foot, and then coming into our side lunge, and then letting those arms come apart. Breathing in and out. If you want, you can bring that left heel to the ground, the left toes to the sky in your Skandasana, or you can keep that left foot down. If you open it, those toes to the sky, it's a little more of a rotation on that hip, okay? Just being mindful and just honoring your body. Now we'll exhale to bring those sits bones, the hips, the torso to the middle, pivot the feet towards the corners of the mat. Exhale, drop into your goddess pose. Breathing in. Utthita Konasana, power animal pose. You can come onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. You can lower and lift the heels. You can be static. A little more lunar if you're static, a little more solar if you add that dynamic movement. There's no right or wrong, there's just a difference. Now we'll exhale to come into that side lunge on the other side. You can keep the toes towards the sky and drop the heel. You can walk to the left. You can stay a little more lifted over that thigh. Be mindful of that low back and chest. Really good, you guys. Lots of variations. Inhale. Now exhale to bring the hands down in front of that left foot. Now pivot the feet towards the short edge of the mat, coming into your crescent lunge. So then here you go. Make this an offering to your energy to support yourself. Coming into any expression of crescent lunge. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. And 2, and 1. And then we'll exhale. Maybe bring those hands to frame the foot. Bring that foot just a little closer, that right foot. You need to straighten that left leg and find your pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. So that left leg is straight, or as straight as you would like it to be. Wherever you want to kind of feel the benefits of the shape, and whatever part of the hamstring or the back of the leg. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Now exhale to bring that left hand on the inside of that leg, and then reach that right arm to sky, opening up the chest. Quite a difference between a pyramid pose and a triangle pose as far as that opening of the chest is concerned. Okay, we're finding balance. Keep breathing, you guys. Now let's exhale to bring those arms up. With the bending that left knee, bring that right foot towards the long edge and find that Virabhadrasana 2. There's not usually a warrior 2 in our moon salutation, but there is today. Or tonight, wherever you're at. Breathing in and out. One more breath. Now exhale, let's bring that leg, that left leg just straighten just a bit so we can pivot that left foot towards the long edge, arms come overhead, and then out to extended mountain pose. Exhale. Inhale. And then we'll exhale, step the feet together, bring hands in front of the heart. Yes. And then draw those arms up. Exhale, hands to the right, hips to the left. And then hips over to the left, or to the right, hands to the left. And then inhale, bring that body to stack the joints one over another, and then draw those hands in front of the heart. And we'll pause here in our mountain pose, maybe softening that gaze. Softening maybe our opinions. Softening our expectations of ourselves, of others. Finding that balance. If you kind of live with the idea that I'm not doing enough, maybe you can sway to the other side and say, I do enough. If maybe you think, oh, I should do more, or oh, I do too little. Maybe switch over and say, maybe I will do a little extra. Finding that balance. Let's inhale to draw the arms up. And exhale, side, flush out all of this balance, flush it all out, let it into that system on an energetic level. Let's inhale it back to plank pose, you guys. You can lower the knees down if you want. Finding that plank, the hips are high, pressing the earth away. The heels reach to the back wall, the crown of the head reaches forward. Maybe those shoulders reach for the sides of the room, and the knees, you reach those knees towards the hips, so the fronts of the legs are active, the backs of the legs are active as those heels reach. The shoulders and arms are active as they extend outward in the shoulders. The hands are pressing down. The hips are pressing up, so our energy is going all different directions. Breathe in. Now exhale back to your Adho Shanasana. Inhale. And now let's exhale to step that right foot forward. Plant that left hand on a block on the floor, and then reach that right arm to sky. We're just going to twist open towards the right a little bit. So we've kind of done our, imagine if we were on our back, this is like our supine twist, right? But we're standing in our lunge. Exhale to bring that right hand down to frame the foot. Inhale, step the right foot back, plank pose, breathe in. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Yes. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, step that left foot forward, that right hand plants, and that left arm reaches up for sky. Yes, good. Revolve side angle pose. Breathe in and out. Exhale, bring that left hand down, the foot is framed. Let's step that left foot back to plank pose. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's inhale to come onto the side of that left foot. The left hand plants, and then bring that right foot in front of the body, like a kickstand, and reach the right arm to sky. Even if you haven't in your practice to do a full side plank, we're going to plant that foot in front and just feel the difference in that right outer hip. With that right foot pressing down into the floor, you feel what we might call a rebound in that right outer hip and that right hamstring in this variation of your side plank. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, plant the right hand down to the floor, pivot on the right foot, send the right foot back and find your plank pose again. Inhale. Now exhale, come onto the right hand, the right side of that right foot, and then bring that left foot in front like a kickstand. Bring the left arm to sky and press that left foot down. And as you press the left foot down, feel that rebound, that left side of the glute, and that left hamstring. Breathe in. So, you know, these variations of the shape, they just offer a different experience. Now exhale, bring that left hand down, pivot into your plank pose, Balasana, inhale. Now exhale, let's lower the knees, and then bring those knees mat distance apart. Exhale down into child's pose, Balasana. And maybe bring those arms out in front of the body, nice and long. Inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in and out. Now let's inhale to lift up onto the knees. The hips are over the knees, the hands are underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to step that right foot out to the side. So this is in our yin practice, we call water bug, but we're going to offer a variation of our puppy pose. That right leg is out, and then walk the hands forward for a puppy pose, kind of upper body. Anahatasana. Inhale and exhale. Another breath. Now we're going to exhale to lift the heart and the chest. Walk the hands back and kind of sit that sit bone on that left foot and bring the right heel to the ground, the right toes to the sky. And then lift those sits bones. Then plant that right foot again and just rock it out. So you're just kind of sitting down onto that heel when you come out of the puppy pose, but drop it down. The heart. Yep. Good. Now from here, with the heart, look at the hands, and then walk those hands back. So then you're just going to sit down on that heel, and I kind of change position so you can see. You're going to sit on that left heel, bring the toes, that right foot to the sky. So that right leg is just out with toes to the sky. And then we'll exhale to walk it forward, plant the right foot, and then back to our puppy pose variation. Inhale, and then exhale, look at the hands, bring the hands under the shoulders, bring that right knee in. And then here in our tabletop, let's just move through some cat-cows and dropping the belly, lifting the heart. And then exhale, round the spine. And then drop the belly, lift the heart. And then round the spine. Drop the belly one more time, lifting the heart. And then we'll exhale, find a neutral spine. We're going to come into that puppy variation on this side now. So walk the hands forward. Let's send that left foot out, the right knee under the hip, and just walk the hands away from the body. You got it, guys. Anahatasana with that left leg out to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look at the hands. Exhale, walk the hands towards the knee. Set the sit bone, that right sit bone onto the heel, and then maybe bring the toes, that left foot to the sky. This is our hip mobility. Inhale, lift the sit bone off the heel, bring the left foot down and walk the arms out for your puppy pose. The forehead can come to the ground, maybe it hovers, the elbows can be down, the elbows can be lifted. Breathe in. And exhale, look at the hands, walk those hands, kind of crawl those hands back towards that right knee, the right sit bone towards that right heel, and then the left heel to the ground, left toes to the sky. Yep. And then lift off the heel, lower that left foot, walk the hands away from the body. And now one more breath here. And then exhale, let's walk the hands towards the heel. That left heel grounds, the left toes reach up with the heart over the hips. And guys, let's plant our hands this time. Lift that right sit bone off the heel just enough to sweep that left knee in side by side, and we'll sit down in our hero pose. Maybe bring hands to the heart, sitting down on those heels, closing the eyes, and pausing here. Nice, guys. It's so beautiful to share this space with you. As you sit, maybe imagine the back of your neck softening and your breathing becoming a little easier. Feel the heart rest. Maybe relax tops of the feet and see if your hips feel a little more relaxed just by relaxing the tops of the feet. And now you're welcome to stay here in this meditative seat for as long as you like, making your way to Shavasana whenever you're ready to close your practice. And you can stay here as long as you want. And just make your way to Shavasana at your own time, at your own energy. And as you rest onto your mat, just letting go of any attempt to clear the mind and just focusing on the breath. Just by focusing on the breath, those thoughts will just become fewer and fewer. I'm going to chant Om just a few times as we drop into our Shavasana. You can remain in your Shavasana. Just let these Oms just fill your space, allowing your inner Om to connect with this outer expression of Om. 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 Give yourself a moment to just relish the sacred space that you yourself created with your energy, with your breath, with your intention, with this collective synergy. And recognize that you have this sacred space, that you are this sacred space. It is you. You have it with you everywhere you go, and it's everything you are. And as you're ready, you can slowly make your way to seated. And when you get to seated, maybe bring those hands in front of your heart once more and feel the beating of your heart in your chest. And let's close together with our Om Shanti. Drawing a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Draw the breath in. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.